Hi, my name is Jessica Coyne. I'm the owner of Higher Power Yoga and Fitness in Dover, Delaware. So I wanted to give you a nice little practice that you could do at home, morning, evening, daytime, any time of the day. It's just going to include sun salutations and just a few poses to just kind of loosen you up and make you feel better. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off at the front of the mat. And this pose is called mountain pose, Tadasana. So we'll bring our arms down by our sides and our gaze is forward, directly out in front of us. Press your feet down into the mat, roll your shoulders back, and bring your chin parallel to the floor. Close your eyes here if you like, and just start to focus on your breathing. So take a moment to just feel the breath going in and out of the nose. Let it come all the way down to fill the belly. And then release the breath out completely before you inhale again. Once you start to feel that natural rhythm of your breath, just go with it and just be mindful of your breathing. So we're going to inhale and take the arms up overhead, bring the palms together and really reach those arms up nice and tall. Feel the belly stretching, look up toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bring the arms out wide and fold forward, bringing your hands toward the earth. Now it's okay if your hands don't touch the floor, that's not necessary. Bend your knees and just let your head hang. You can even grab opposite elbows in ragdoll pose and just let the head droop as you kind of sway side to side, loosening up the sides of your back. Good, release the arms down to the mat and then take the inhale and bring your palms to your shins. Gazing out in front of you, lift your heart center forward. Roll the shoulder blades back like you're squeezing them into your spine. Take a deep breath in, fill the belly, and then exhale, release the breath as you fold forward. This time bending your knees, place your palms down, and we're going to step back with the left foot about 4 feet. And then the right foot. Drop right down to your knees. Tuck your toes under. Make sure that your toes stay connected to the mat. Gaze forward. Inhale, stick your tailbone up, and then lower just your chest and your chin down to the ground. So you'll want to gaze forward. And right now you can see there's very little weight to no weight in my hands. This is called 8-point pose. At the end of your exhale, you'll inhale. Press your body all the way down to the mat and then just roll the shoulders up and back. Squeeze the legs together behind you and point the toes. Keep the neck nice and long and maybe bring some weight out of the hands and feel your back squeezing together to lift you. Exhale as you tuck your toes under. Press your hands to the mat. Lift onto all fours. And then to downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, you want to feel like you're pressing the mat forward. And what that's going to do is that's going to press your tailbone up and back and lengthen out your arms, lengthening out the sides of your torso. The knees can be bent and the heels don't have to touch the mat. Take a deep breath in here and then exhale as you look forward and then slowly start to walk your feet up in between your hands. Again, knees can be bent, knees are nice and soft, and the back is long. Inhale as you place your palms on your shins and gaze forward. Engage your core. Roll the shoulder blades up and back. And then exhale, fold forward, let the head drop. Inhale as we come all the way up to standing with a nice flat back and bring the arms up overhead. So if it feels good, look up and back about 30 degrees and bring the hands back to follow the gaze. Just a slight back bend. Think about lifting up with the upper back and opening up through the heart. Exhale and fold forward. Let the head drop. Inhale, bring the palms to the shins and look forward. Exhale, fold forward, place the palms on the ground as you bend your knees. This time we're going to step back with the right foot way back behind you, and then the left foot. Drop the knees to the ground. Deep breath in as you lift your tailbone, and then as you exhale, lower the chest and chin to the floor. Look forward, and then inhale as you lower your belly down. Put your hands right underneath of your shoulders, squeeze your ankles together. This time we're going to lift the shoulders, lift the head, the heart, and the belly. Keep the shoulders rolled down away from the ears, and keep the elbows soft. So you don't want to lock your elbows out. You want them nice and soft. So lengthen through the back of the neck. And exhale, tuck your toes. Lift back into the tabletop. And then to downward facing dog. By now your spine is starting to warm up a little bit. So we can move a little bit faster. Inhale, look forward, and then begin to walk the feet up in between the hands again. Let the head drop at the end of your exhale. Inhale, place the palms on the shins and look forward, engage the core, draw the navel to the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Then inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Bring the palms together overhead and reach tall. Look back about 30 degrees, maybe even more if you feel better this time. Reaching the hands up and back. Lifting the heart center. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gaze forward, hands at the shins. Exhale, fold forward. This time we're going to step back into a plank. Keep the navel drawn into the spine. Try not to let the belly sag. Try not to let the knees bend. Try not to let the chest sink. So we're pressing everything up, nice and straight. And then we drop to the knees. Hug your elbows in and just lower all the way down to the ground. Point the toes. Inhale this time, keep pressing the hands down. Lift the head, the heart center, the belly, the hips. Gaze forward and then look up toward the ceiling. Try not to crank your head back like that. Long neck. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Tabletop position again, and then we move back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk the feet up in between the hands. Continue to exhale. As we inhale, we're going to take the feet together. Bend the knees so the seat bones are going to point straight back behind you, and you're going to sweep the arms up toward the ceiling. This is chair pose. So you want to not stick your butt out like this. You want to kind of tuck your tailbone, just like your pelvis is a bowl of water, and you're going to tip a little bit out the front. Stretch through all 10 fingers. So you don't want your arms loose like this. You're reaching like there's $1 million up there, and you want to be the first one to grab it. So that's going to tone all of the muscles in the arms. Draw the belly in, and then exhale. Fold forward, let the head drop down. Keep the knees bent, and we're going to step back with the left foot. We're going to drop the back heel down. Turn that back foot so that it's pointing to the front left corner of the mat. Press into this right foot as you bend the knee 90 degrees. Inhale, sweep the arms up toward the ceiling for warrior one pose. Take a deep breath in, draw the shoulder blades down the back and gaze out in front of you, or you can bring the palms together and look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands down, and we'll step it back to a plank. Drop to the knees. Inhale, lower all the way down to the mat, and then exhale. Inhale, press the hands down. Push all the way up into our cobra pose, so we lift everything from the hips to the head. Tuck the toes under and lift back into downward facing dog. Inhale this time and take the left leg, reach it to the ceiling, and then exhale as you step it up between your hands. If the foot doesn't make it all the way up there, that's okay. What you can do, if you take the foot up here and it lands right here, just grab your ankle and bring the foot up. Or your foot lands here and you don't have quite enough strength yet to move that ankle, you just stand yourself on up, step the foot forward. Doesn't matter how you get there. So now we're here with this left knee bent 90 degrees and the back heel is down on the ground. So it's really important here to press that heel down. Make sure that those back toes are turned to the front right corner of the mat. Sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Keep this knee right over top of the ankle. Reach the arms up, gazing forward, or palms together, gazing up. Take a deep breath in, roll the shoulders down the back, and then exhale as you bring the hands down. Step back to a plank again. Drop to the knees, and lower down all the way to the floor. Exhaling. Inhale, press the hands to the floor. Lift the belly, the chest, and the head. Cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes. And then lift into downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, your gaze is all the way down in between your toes. And again, the knees can be bent, the heels can be lifted. Deep breath in, and then as you exhale, take the feet and step them up in between your hands. Bring the feet together. Inhale, back into chair pose. Exhale, release down. And this time we're going to step back with the left foot. Bend the right knee, bend the left knee, and sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, and then exhale, bring the hands down, step it back to a plank, lower the knees down, hug the elbows in, lower all the way down to the floor, chin touches the floor, and then we press into our cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So this time we're going to take the right leg and lift it up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring that foot up in between your hands. Drop the back heel down, turn it out 45 degrees, right knee is bent 90 degrees. So try not to grip with your front toes. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead, making sure that this right knee is directly over top of the right ankle. Palms together, gazing up, or palms open, gazing forward. Exhale, bring the hands down. And this time we're going to step this back foot forward. Come into our forward fold, let the head drop. Inhale, bring the feet together, rise back into chair pose. And then exhale, fold forward. And we're going to take the left foot and step it way back. This time you want that foot to land right behind this front heel. Drop that back heel down. So we're going to turn that back foot out 90 degrees so it points to the edge side of the mat. Right knee is bent 90 degrees. We're going to make the heel of the front foot point to the arch of the back foot. Inhale, and as you do that, we're going to cartwheel the arms up. So the shoulders and the hips are facing the side. Arms are reaching out, one in front, one in the back, and you look out over this right middle finger. Stretch through all 10 fingers. Good. Inhale, reach forward, flip the right palm. Exhale and take that right arm, reaching it up toward the ceiling, palm facing behind you, and the left arm goes down the left leg. So you can look either up to your hand or down at your back foot. Really stretching out the right torso. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down and step this back forward. Inhale, this time we're going to take the right foot back and drop that heel down. Turn that back foot out 90 degrees. We're going to cartwheel the hands up so we're in warrior two. So this time you can see my back as I squeeze my shoulder blades together. This really increases the usage of these muscles in the back. So you look out over the left middle finger, right leg is straight, you're pressing down through the outer edge of that back foot. Inhale, reach forward, flip the left palm. Exhale, bring the right hand down the right leg, left arm reaches up toward the ceiling, and again, look up towards that left hand or down towards the right foot. Inhale, back to our warrior two. And exhale as you cartwheel the hands down, surround that front foot, and we're going to step it back to downward facing dog. And we're just going to hang out here for a second, just really allowing ourselves to ground into this pose. Take a deep breath in and feel your tailbone lifting toward the ceiling, and then rolling the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale any tension in your back. Inhale as you press the energy down through the back of the legs, in toward the heels. Press the toes down into the floor. And then let go of any tension on the back of the legs. Take one more deep breath in, and as you do that, really press the hands into the ground. Open all 10 fingers wide. And then with your next exhale, the knees come down to the ground. So you're going to take the hands right underneath of the shoulders and the knees right underneath of the hips. As you inhale, lift your tailbone, arch your back, and press your shoulders up and back, gazing up toward the ceiling. Exhale as you tuck your tailbone and let your back round. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift your tailbone, lower the belly, gaze toward the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lower the belly, lift the heart and the head. Good, so do this a few more times at your own pace. And then come back to center. Take the hands and walk them back towards your legs. Reach your legs out in front of you. So you're going to want to take a strap or a belt if you're at home, or a tie, whatever you can to give your arms a little bit of length. So we're going to do a little hamstring stretch. Lie down on your back and take the right leg and lift it up to the ceiling. If you need this left knee bent, you can have it bent, or you can straighten that leg. So the important part here is you want to let your head relax on the ground, and you want that right foot to be flexed. So when we flex the foot, we get a nice stretch through the back of the leg. So if you're very flexible and you can straighten that leg and reach for the big toe, go ahead and do that. If not, most of the population can't, that's okay. You can take the strap and bring it around the bottom of that foot, the right foot. Extend the leg toward the ceiling. Keep that foot flexed. If the knee has to be bent, let the knee be bent. It's okay. The important thing, flex the foot. So you want to make sure that you're breathing nice and long, deep breaths here. So what happens a lot of times is we really want to get those hamstrings nice and stretched. So we really pull, and then we hold our breath, or our breath becomes really strained and tight. And what happens there is the body starts to feel a lot of compression in the lower back. So it sends kind of a shut-off valve response to the brain that tells the brain to lock up the muscles of the hamstrings. So by overstretching, you're actually working against yourself. So less is more here. Just do this to the point where you feel the stretch and maybe a little tiny bit of discomfort, but you don't feel strain. So take one more deep breath in, and then we're going to let this leg go down to the ground. Good. And take the left leg, bring it up into your chest. Take the strap if you need to around the left foot, and then press that foot up toward the ceiling. Good. Keeping in mind all of those points that you were using with the right leg. So you don't want to have your arms down here like this. We also are going to stretch the back here a little bit, the upper back, by reaching the arms up as far as you can. So again, you don't want to be up here straining so that you can't breathe. Adjust the strap to wherever you need it. It's here to make this pose a little bit more comfortable for you. Start to really press those toes down towards your face as you lift the heel up toward the ceiling. It's so important to have long hamstrings in yoga, but trust me, you're not going to lose a promotion or have somebody break up with you if you can't touch your toes. Hamstrings are not that big of a deal in life. And then exhale, let the leg go. And you can bring the strap down by your sides. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. Maybe bring your chin towards your chest. And then let it go. We're going to keep the knees right here. We're going to drop them over to the left. So you're lying on the entire left side of your body. Keep your knees right on top of each other. And then look over this right shoulder as you take the right arm and reach it back. Now it's not necessary to have that right shoulder blade on the ground. So we want to keep the hips stacked. So if that arm just lands right behind your back, that's okay. If you have any neck issues, you can look out over the left shoulder. And just find some breath here. Find a little bit of space in the side of the body. By now you should have worked up a nice little sweat, and your joints are a little bit looser, so you're going to feel really good after this is over. Hug your knees back into your chest. Come onto your back, and then bring those knees down to the right. So now you get to see where my left arm is behind me. So I can rest my head on my right arm, nice and easy, and then I can take my left arm, reach it back, make sure that my knees stay locked in place and my hips are stacked, or I can just let this left arm kind of dangle behind me. Take a deep breath in. And then begin to hug the knees back into the chest, rolling onto your back. One last pose, we're going to take the feet together, soles of the feet pressed together, and the knees come out wide. Arms down by the sides, and just let the back of the head rest on the ground. Close your eyes if you'd like, and just find a nice, easy, rhythmic breathing pattern again. Bring the knees back together, and then extend the legs down onto the mat. So you can find any props or pillows or blankets for this next pose. This next pose is called Shavasana. Shavasana is Sanskrit for corpse pose. So your body is as still as a corpse, and your mind is just going to start to settle. As you close your eyes, allow yourself to lie here for a few minutes, and just try to find that space in between the thoughts that come into your head. So as thoughts continue to come in and out of your mind, that's okay. Allow them to be there, but then just let them go. Maybe focus on your breathing, or focus on how each body part feels. So before you come here, you can continue to let this video roll, or you can turn it off and just allow yourself to rest. So if you choose to turn your video off now, thank you for watching. Namaste.